So I wanted to talk about being overly mindful about everything in life. I can't say that I had the worst life ever, but you know, around the neighborhood you had to watch your back or whatever, right? And even if that wasn't the case, you had other things feeding those ideas as well. When it came to the media, the movies you watched, stories you've heard, things you've seen, etc. It built the idea that you need self-protection. When you're seeing people get bullied, or probably bullied yourself, I had my times. And your desire to protect. You just build a perspective in your mind or your existence to need to be prepared for anything possible to happen. Right? And probably me myself hearing so much, seeing so much in the world going on, being overly aware of those things and playing with too many thought forms and things of that sort. From things I heard, I actually found myself looking over my shoulder and looking at my shadow. Right? And honestly, it takes a lot of vulnerability to even talk about that. But it's real. Right? Now, it is a superpower, or it could be, wielded correctly. To be mindful of people's actions, tones, body language, vibrations, emotions, even if they're not. Excuse me. Guess I wasn't supposed to say that. But the thing about that is it's built out of triggers. And being overly mindful can lead you into things getting in the way of manifestation or positive ideas. And let's say you had this thought that came to you, idea, right? You thought it was the most amazing idea. Then you brought it to someone else, and they didn't specifically diss it, or maybe they did, but let's say they did. And then you saw the little things, right? Maybe you were mindful or wasn't mindful that you were supposed to go to them in the first place with your inspirations and your ideas, but you did. And it was little things that they did that turned you off and made you realize, oh, yeah, they don't believe, you know. So your enthusiasm goes down. Your drive possibly goes down. Or is redirected, you know. I know a lot of people probably run into those things where, hey, even though that's your dream, go this way because it's most stable, etc., etc. Or with that dream or idea that you have, these are the things that will be obstacles in that direction. You start thinking over those things, being aware of all the nuances going on, and it can very possibly derail you. So partially, or part of the way that you got it kind of can be summed up also as mind control. Anything outside of yourself really that builds a thought form that you live by can be seen. Well, and you yourself can mind control yourself. That, well, hopefully is used in a positive manner. Mind Control 101. It's a book. You can get the PDF. Right. You can superpower your subconscious or charge your subconscious through mind control, or be done through people outside of you. Right. So, to step back a little bit, that character that you built isn't specifically you. When you felt that you needed to protect yourself and your well-being and even the people around you to that point where it's like a second personality. Brother Panic, if anybody knows him. He quoted it as the shadow self. Because you create this character throughout from a trauma, traumatic experiences of sorts. When you had to protect yourself in this environment. So these are reasons why it's coming back. These are reasons why being overly mindful of everything is not always a good thing, because it can derail you on just generally stayed on the basic point. Right? I want to give all these things to make you to help understanding. Sometimes being locked inside of your box is not the worst idea. When you say, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go from point A to point B, and you stream or beeline or whatever you want to call it to that point without validation. You know what I'm saying? Just know that this is what I wanted to do and this is what I'm going to go do. Right? Yeah. I am going to drop it right there. I appreciate y'all.